Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? Mine, it was quiet. Got a lot of work done. Met some pretty amazing people. Got some wonderful things underway. Stay tuned. Oh, yeah, you're going to hear about it. Promise. This is the daily insight on life and love for December 30th, 2019. Also, it's timeless, so wherever you're pulled to it at time. If this happens to be after the 30th, 2019 of December, let me know what brought you to the reading. Let me know how it resonated. Actually, that's always the case. I would love to know if this resonated. Let me know if you need clarification. Check the description on how to book your own personal reading. It's pretty amazing. Well, I really enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it. So, I was kicking off this reading with magical messages from, hold up. No, not from, hold up. Just hold up a moment. From the Fairies Oracle cards. Now that's from Doreen Virtue. And this was before she had her PhD, or else they just didn't use it in this one. She has them on some decks and then not some decks. She actually denounced all of her work. I've said that a million times, but it still kicks my ass because she had such a dent in the metaphysical healing arts and with in psychic cards, and it's just everything and its brother is now evil. It's really not. No. So, yes, I know. It's Sunday. Well, I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm in my sweats. I'm chilling out with my mascot who's like right here. Right, Mags? Maggie, come on, say hello. Don't make me a liar. Hey, Muffin. Oh, okay. Can I get shush? Okay. Clearly, she's not that, happy. She hates everything. Right? Everything's awful. I love you. All right, you guys. What came out? Well, okay, so again, don't make it don't try and make it fit if it's not going to fit. It's not meant to fit everybody. That's why you look at your own individual storyline, because it's a lot more in-depth and intense. But if something in here clings to you, then that is something that you need to pay attention to. And it'll happen very naturally. So again, there's really no need to force anything. Okay, what do we have? Besides wild hair, it would appear. A new home. Some of you are moving, but we're going to look at the rest of the cards. Business venture. Summer. Connect with nature. All right, so you're taking a huge step in the right direction. This is square one of the new opportunities that are coming into play. I can see that on a personal level for myself and people who I've been meeting. I've been meeting the most incredible people the last few days. I mean, I'm constantly meeting new and incredible people, and I'm grateful for every single one of you that shows up to the readings, that introduces yourself. You all have amazing stories, and I love, love, love to connect with you. So thank you. Thank you for being that and the amazing road that you are on. This is talking about the next step and the fact that you have done the next step. And now it's going to be the ball rolling. You're really feeling the 2020 energies. Like, that is being felt. I have had so many people talk about precog awakenings, like their precog, everything that they're working on psychically is starting to really kick into gear. A lot of people are getting their spiritual gifts to step up. This is something that's happening very naturally, and your ball is rolling very naturally with this one. So you might be tired. You have to remain grounded. You have to remind yourself to remain grounded, because everything's going to be happening so quickly. So many opportunities are going to be presenting themselves to you that you might overextend yourself. You might shut down. You might get too high in the sky, like flighty and connecting with everything. Hold on one second. Don't want to lose you. Did I lose you? I didn't lose you. I love you. So, I love her. Yes, I know. I love everything. Shush. there's a lot of purple and green energy with this, and it's a really rich green. So this is really intense and really deep in the red in the heart chakra and the crown chakra. These are two of the main components of this. They are fusing together in this connection, moving forward. So this is saying, do not get stuck in a rut. Don't overextend yourself with this. A lot of things are going to be going boom, 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 boom. And you're going to have this huge upswing of energy, and you're going to make a lot of promises. Please do not overextend the promises, because they'll start to become empty promises, because you will overwork yourself. Overwhelm, that's the word that I want. You're going to overwhelm yourself if you are not careful. And it's not because you have anything to prove, but it's because everything is just flowing, going fast. You have to remember to breathe, to sleep, to stay grounded. This main thing is saying, yes, a lot of changes are going to be coming into play. A lot of you are going to be moving. A lot of you are going on new business ventures. A lot of you. It's all starting and kicking into gear. So many paths are just changing right now. And it was absolutely divine providence that this was happening, and divine timing. Everything about this was divine, fated, destined. It usually is. I was talking with one of my friends earlier about, he called it the law of seven, and I do know of the law of seven, and it's the paradox of life, and you being the universe, conscious and aware of itself, and choosing your own experience, because, well, on a very molecular level, we could get into that another time. We're going to get into that another time. I want to stick with the reading, but with everything opening up at once, don't overwhelm yourself. Your head and your heart are becoming aligned in this one. Psychically, you are really kicking up into gear. And again, I've been hearing through the woodwork. So many people with precog are really noticing an intense difference. Like, just, okay, from anything from predicting about what is to be said, either on the radio, in music, or in a conversation, or they're about to get into a conversation with so-and-so, or they'll be thinking of this person, and suddenly, hey, they're there, and you haven't heard from them in a while. It's crazy, but it's happening, and it's, oh, my nose itches. Okay. But, the reason why you are thinking about this person, and the reason why you are thinking of this conversation, you're experiencing a lot more deja vu, is the door on your psychic awareness, your psychic intuitiveness, the law of attraction, actualizing your future in the present is all happening now, and it is speeding up. So it's really cool. It's a lot of fun to play with. So I recommend trying this. Try playing with it. See what you can manifest in like a day, in a moment. Can you manifest, if you're like me and you have a thing with coffee, see if you can manifest a free cup of coffee. Yeah, that'll happen. But work with it. And obviously, you know, if you don't know about the law of attraction, something to look into. But this is saying you're taking a huge step in the right direction. Everything is going to be opening up super fast. And don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overextend yourself. Stay in the moment. Stay grounded. Go outside. Do not get stuck in a rut with constant change. Don't forget to enjoy the moment. Just don't loiter there. Yeah. All right, you guys. Mag stepped away. All right, where are we going to now? The Halloween Oracle. Can you guess when I got this? Can you take a rough estimate on which frame of time I was getting these Halloween decks? Maybe it was October. Who knows? Actually, I used this last month once. And I've used this in private readings, but I noticed that after Halloween I tried to fall away from it. Whew. Oh, hello. Hi. My mascot is looking at me like I have 3 heads. Ooh. Yes. Okay, what was that stupid video from like the 80s or 90s, and it had, oh, no, okay, it wasn't a stupid movie. It's a classic, and it's Silence of the Lambs. You know that skull with the moth over the mouth, and it's really jarring? It scared me as a child, but this is what came out. That's what tipped the memory on that one. Not that anybody's getting into cannibalism. or putting anyone in wells in their basement, but there is a new beginning. The eternal cycle begins here, rejoicing in the present. Remember, I was just telling you about enjoying the present moment, but not loitering there, not getting trapped in this endless cycle of just trying to maintain this personal environment. So let's see. The owl, seeing, wise action. Okay. Then we have sweetness and synergy, wise seeing, wise action. The eternal cycle begins here, rejoicing in the present. Synergy. All right, so you know how the other day I was talking about paying attention to synchronicities through birds, or maybe that was a private reading. I feel like that was a collective reading though. We have the owl here. That's about death cycles. And I mean that in a very metaphysical way. I mean, tying off loose ends. We're getting into 2020. We're talking about that energy. So do not be surprised at everything that is just, it's like a dead, muted energy that's coming from it right now. So the internal cycle that's beginning here, rejoicing in the present, and then sweeten synergy. I want more on this. I'm not happy with just leaving at sweetness and synergy. Change, okay. Seriously? Okay, no, okay. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I still feel like I want this one. There's still one more in here. Son of a bitch. We have 6 cards already. You know, 1, 2, 3, 6. I don't want to read half the deck. We have eternal love right here. Skulls of stars. Lifetime. Ugh, oh my God. Okay. Really cool. But I'm still frustrated with like the first 4 cards. What the hell is that about? Do you want to see what came out? Do you? Okay. We're going to go... So that's joy, rejoicing in the present, death. The internal cycle begins here. Owls, wise seeing, wise action. I already read these like 3 times. We have the barm rack, sweetness and synergy. That's beautiful, wonderful. Then we have change. The only thing that's constant is change. And it's even when you have something that is standing still, even on the molecular level, there is still vibration going on. They have not been able to get anything to stand in absolute stillness. They've gotten it really close, but there's still this little vibrational way about things. So no matter what you do, say, or feel, or try and be in this second, there is this great attractor, this great vibrational energy that is pulling and pushing absolutely everything on a vibrational level. So with where you are, what are you drawing into yourself? What are you choosing to experience? What are you choosing to actively change in your life? It's kind of a, you know, mind fog to think about. I'm being polite on the words with that one because, you know, I've been dropping a lot of F-bombs. It's frustrating though. That's not one of the F-bombs. Eternal love. Love is love is love and transcends physical death. Infinite possibilities. Okay. It's not going to be without work. It's not going to be without learning how to simplify your life on whatever level. Simplify either your social circles, your family circles, your work circles. Simplify everything on every level. There's no reason why everything needs to be this complicated in your world with everything and how it is abruptly changing. It's not something that is happening to you. This is ripping you out of your comfort zone because you are so loved and embraced and wanting to be pushed forward in this. The infinite possibilities. What shores are you going to go with? What are you going to allow yourself to do in this life? What gifts are you embracing that you can bring to fruition? Like, what print are you going to put? This is your mark. This is your awakening. Everything that's around this is all for you, all embracing you. And you are someone else's part of whatever they're embracing. Everyone is connecting those little itty bitty webs and building up. This is a really incredible energy right now. Crap, I actually made somewhat of a... There you go with the precog again. I made a similar post about this earlier, and I was so pissed off because I was writing it, and then I had posted it, and I didn't realize that predictive text changed the to them. Oh my God. I'm one of the most analytical people on the planet, and I would never berate anyone for that, but I'm just so frustrated I didn't catch that. It was like right there. Okay, what I really need to do is get over it, get out of my head about it, move on. It's this whole not being stuck in the moment thing, but still, you know, come on. All right, where are we going now? And in January, we're getting married. I think that's the Avret Brothers? I don't know. It's on my playlist on Spotify. It's Twin Flame Love because I am a hopeless romantic, hopeless sap, and yet I'm still a cynical punk. I'm working on writing pieces right now, and that might be part of one of them. How can I, or how can anyone, be both a hopeless romantic, wanting that divine union, which really is you coming into union with yourself in life, mirroring that? How can you be so cynical, yet so hopelessly romantic and wanting that beautiful agape love? I stole the word agape from Rambling Mike's Tarot. I freaking love Rambling Mike. And I stole that word from him. Didn't trademark it though. All right, so what does the romance angels from Doreen Virtue want to tell us? Codependent. Wait, the first card was past life relationship, codependent. And there's honeymoon, wedding, heart. Pay attention to the red flags and flirt. Guess what? Guess what? You're being tested right now. Did you break old codependent relationship patterns? Are you going to recycle these old relationships with either the same person? Are you going to go back to that shit show that you walked away from? Don't. Yes, I know people can change, and that's fabulous. But some people wear a mask of change. And there's really no authentic change that has taken place. And this is suggesting that going back into something, pay attention to the red flags. It might work out for some. Beautiful. I'm very happy that both parties have grown and grown together in that aspect. But if you are potentially reconciling with somebody and there's something that seems off about it, just something, you can't quite put your finger on it, maybe there's a red flag, something's just hinging that not all is as it seems, you are definitely being tested. Are you going to walk away and work on self-love and have life, you know, mirror that love back to you in somebody who is of a more compatible vibrational wavelength? And or are you going to go back to Tweedledum over here, who it will probably be beautiful for the first week, maybe a month, but then it's going to go back to old patterns and you're going to regret so much about going back and taking away all this amazing work that you've done. Pay very close attention to what the universal signs are when you are getting them. Like, are you hitting a bunch of dead ends? You know, is something standing out that shouldn't be? But it's not saying that this person is a horrible person. I'm not saying that. Yes, people all have their own drunk that they bring to the table. Some people bring out the absolute worst in people, but it doesn't make them as an individual a bad person. It's just you guys bring out the worst in each other, or this person might be an absolute shit show. I'm not certain on what your individual storyline is until I see your individual storyline in your own personal reading. So this is somebody you've had a very long commitment with, and this is somebody who is coming back in, and it's light and it's flirty. And a lot of the cases, I'm really feeling like it's a test. Please be mindful of the reality of the situation, what's happening, what are their mannerisms, how are you reacting? Do you have this unexplained fear and anxiety? Please pay attention to where it's coming from. Now, if you are not being tested, let's see what's coming out. If you are single and looking for love, you don't have any tests that you are playing out. Let's see. Attraction. Yay! Flirt. Oh God, everyone is a bunch of freaking flirts right now. Get your flirt flag. Freak flag. Just have fun. Really, keep it light. Not everything has to be so heavy and detrimental. I love this so much. Okay. And I want this one. All right. This is cool, but somebody is incredibly guarded. You know how I was just talking about the tests and breaking away from codependent relationships? Well, this is saying that if there is somebody new entering in your life, if you are single and looking, then you definitely have your guard up. There is a new person who is crossing your path, or who has probably already crossed your path. If they haven't, then they're probably about to. But this is somebody who is on a wonderful wavelength like you. So this almost seems too good to be true, which is why you are looking for the red flags. You're scared and guarded. You don't want to be hurt again. You've done so much work. You wouldn't want to bastardize it by stepping into the wrong thing, thinking it was something else. And I get it completely. I'm single and celibate and not looking for any sort of intimacy in relationship. If my divine partnership came into play right now, or the person who revealed itself to be that, I'm pretty sure I would kick them and run. Totally not ready for it. Totally not wanting any of that right now. Set. This is where some of you are too. You don't want to give your power away. You don't want to give your forever away to just anybody. And I get that completely. This is a person who's going to reveal themselves to you and who's going to show that, well, they're trustworthy. This is somebody who you can let your guard down around, and who you can show your vulnerability to, who you can share your life with on a parallel level. Your life is not about another person. I don't care what the dynamic is. It's moot point. Your life is exactly what you make of it, but you cannot live your life for someone else. This is entirely your responsibility. And what are you going to do with it? What are you going to make with it? This is the magic that you work with. The love that's coming in is not going to be the epicenter of your universe. You are more than that. You are more than someone else's perspective. So this is a wonderful new love. Somebody who is either a deep soulmate connection, which is recycled, in lives. You guys enjoyed each other's company and dynamic so much that you've been in this little dance more than once. Either that, or it is divine counterpart who's coming in and who's going to slowly reveal itself. And again, that's the reasoning why it feels too good to be true, because it comes so natural. So it feels, and I feel like some of you have made this mistake before. I don't know. I've looked for my soulmate in every person who I've come across in my life. The point is, it all is a union in self. Absolutely every part of it. If you are not happy in your personhood and what you are doing with your life, There sure as hell is not going to be anyone who can fill that void. You're not a project. Nobody in this is a project, but you'll be able to let your guard down around this person. I love it. This is going to be a good love if you allow yourself to trust the process. All right, so now this is going to be probably a long reading. Whatevs. Okay. Wait, good. What do I want? Seriously, I'm sticking with the romance angels? All right. I thought I was being pulled to the other ones, but it's not clicking. All right, what else does love want to tell you? Apparently love is a thing today. Whatever, I'll take it. Woo! Forgiving and learning and separation. Honeymoon. Ah, that would have been cool. Honeymoon. It is safe for you to love. But there's more. There's always more, isn't there? You know, what if you watched every moment of your life come into play? At what point do you reach where you were in that moment where you started watching everything, and then you just start to recycle, and then you just watch your life in this circular, unending motion? And does that explain... I'm going to get really esoteric and weird with that one. I'm going to let it go. But, I mean, would you just be watching your symbolic, demise? Ugh, it's so fucking, it's so convoluted. My brain's going to shut off if I look into that one any further right now. Keep an open mind. Wedding. It is safe for you to love. Honeymoon. Forgiving and learning. Separation. This can be said in two different things. Either reconciliation is going to be a thing, and you guys have done this mutual amazing growth, or this is talking about you and your singlehood for a while and healing all those past issues that have been brought into relationships, whatever seems to be the reoccurring thing in the past. And this is going to involve new commitment that is coming in, and it's going to be... All right, so if we're looking at reconciliation, some of you, it is going to be different this time around. I am never, ever, ever telling anyone to go back to an abusive situation. Understand that now. I'm not saying that you're going to change him or her, that they've learned their lesson this time. If somebody was abusing you, I would never suggest going back to that. That I think anyone in the right mind would back up on that one. But if we're looking at something that wasn't psychotic at reconciliation, then this is saying, all right, you guys do have a chance to have something new this time around, and that it's going to be better this time around. It's not going to be what it was. There's been so much growth. I mean, all you can experience is a new life together. So keep that in mind. But if you are single and looking, this is saying that you're healing all your old relationship issues, all your formative years issues, seeing what relationships were that do not resonate with you, so you can have this deep-rooted commitment relationship. But everything starts with you. You working and being on your best. Some days, those bests are only going to look like 20% of you, and that's more than okay. It doesn't matter how slow your progress is, as long as you never give up on it. You're worth so much more. All right, guys, that was the collective life and love message for December 30th, 2019, or timeless, wherever you're called to it in time. Let me know if it resonated. Let me know if you need clarification. Let me know if you want to book your own personal reading. Find me on any social platform. Say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the 31st reading of December 2019. And also, I will start posting the astrological reads. Stay tuned. I love you all so much. Bye for now.